Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will walk you through a typical day in the life of backup engineer, from morning health checkups to okay, from morning health checks and handling a failure backup to manage a storage performance and optimizing the cost as well, troubleshooting network issues and the essential skills needed to succeed is in this role. I mean, what skills do you need to jump your career or grow your career as a backup engineer? So here we'll cover first thing, that is a morning routine of what's the morning routine of the backup engineer. Second, handling a backup failure and the incident responses. How you can respond the incident. I mean, how you can update your incident. Okay. In many organizations, they use a service now to get service now. There's a word I am just use the service now. So service now is uh, generally is a ticketing tool. Okay, storage performance and the cost optimization, network and coordination with the teams. And at the last, I will give you the bonus point that what skills you required. I mean, every backup engineer should have. If you are planning a career in the backup or want to know what happens behind the scene in the enterprise vault, enterprise team, stay till the end. This will be valuable for you. Okay. And the last thing, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. Let's jump to the first slide. I'm covering in this slide like a morning routine. What's the morning routine exactly done by the backup engineer? So you logged in at around 8 a.m. IST. I'm just talking about the India timing. So you just logged in. So what you can do first? Okay, you need to check the reports. The reports, what reports? There is a multiple reports in your for the backup engineers in their consoles. If you talk about the Commvault, I'm just focusing on the Commvault. So I'm taking the example for the Commvault. If you're talking about the Commvault now, there's a multiple reports generated. So what reports generally you can check to check the last what back to check the backup job successful rate, or backup job failed, or backup jobs completed with error. So you can generally fetch the report of last 24 hours. There is one report in console. You can easily check that. For the next step, you want to identify the failures, review the alerts. You also need to review the alerts because sometimes we miss the alerts, and at the last the backup job was failed. Okay, so I'm covering here day-to-day ops. You can say this video as a single word, that is a day-to-day ops of backup engineer. Okay, it's I hope it will help you in your interview. Check reports, review daily backup jobs success and failure rates. You can easily check from there here. Identify failures, pinpoint why jobs failed due to the disk utilization or due to some network configuration. There's something changed in the last night, that's why the backup failed. So you need to identify. Okay, you need to identify whether the job was failed due to the disk utilization, or there's some network configuration, or there's something change in your environment. Review the alerts, check the system alerts and the log files for the anomalies. You can check from the audit logs as well. Okay, let's jump to the next slide. Here I'm covering each and every steps. Generally, what are failures will occur in your environment. Okay, check job logs. Review the logs in the Commvault console for a specific error message or a codes. If you log in and if you if the backup was failed now, then generally you receive a error code. Okay, let's an example 30. I'm just taking an example. It's not exact error code. Okay, to identify the potential the issues. The second thing, that is a verify client side configuration. Ensure the Commvault agent is properly installed and up to date on the client, and verify the completing the Commvault server. Commvault agent is properly installed and up to date to the client. That means both are the same version. Check the network connectivity. Test network connectivity between the client and the media agent server to rule out the latency, packet loss, or the firewall issues. Okay, you can check CV ping. I will make one video on all the commands. Hmm. You can check 8440, but for this you need to do the telnet. Okay, where you need to check from client to Commvault server. You can check this stuff from the client readiness. There is a one there is a one step. Right click on the client and check the client readiness as well. Verify the storage availability. Confirm that the storage destination, that is a disk, whether it is a disk, tape, or a cloud. You can exclude this one. Disk or the cloud is available and has a sufficient free space. Review backup configuration. Ensure the backup job configuration, schedules, file paths is correct, and that the backup content has not be moved or changed. Why we include this point? File path. Sometime we face some authentication issue. I will explain this one as well in upcoming lecture. Authentication issue. Okay. Inspect security and authentication. This is the another point for you. Verify the client has the correct credentials to access both the data and the Commvault server. Check resource utilization. Ensure the client's CPU, memory, and the I/O, that is input and output operations, are not overutilized, which could interfere with the backup process. Um, I'm just giving one example here. Hmm. Let's you have the CMA. I'm just this is the naming. Okay, that is the client media agent. Hmm. Let's A1 is the server, and CPU utilization is a spike up to 90 to 95%. Okay. We already configured a alert on this. If the CPU is spike, I mean, if the threshold is above 90%, then generally we'll get an alert. So we need to here troubleshoot why the CPU utilization spike. Why here I'm included CMA, that is the media agent server, because you own this server. Your application is installed on this server. If the CPU is spike, then who own the I mean, who is the responsible for the server? You as a backup engineer. Then you can check in CPU utilization which services taking more CPU, whether it is SIDB, whether it is CVODS, whatever the service, you need to check. Okay, let's jump to the slide. So there is a many way. Hmm. After that, you can run a manual backup, test a manual backup. Why you need to run the manual backup? To see if it completes successfully and identify the immediate errors. Why you need to run? Let's say example, one backup job is failed last night, but you are unable to understand the issue. So what you can do? You can run a fresh backup manually and check the logs. Okay, let's jump to the next slide. Next slide is dedicated to the storage performance and the cost. Okay. As a backup engineer, you are responsible to protect your data in your environment. Okay. So track backup storage growth, consumption patterns, and ensure the sufficient space. Got it? As a backup engineer, it's your responsibility to track the backup storage growth trends. Like in one day, you backed up around 8 terabyte, but another day it's 8 terabyte. But in next day, the third day is 12 terabyte. So here you need to troubleshoot why the spike error, why the difference of 4 TB. Okay, so you need to understand the consumption pattern as well and ensure the sufficient space. Lifecycle policies apply data retention and deletion rules to manage the storage efficiently. Okay, so all the things is taken care by the backup engineer. You need to troubleshoot, you need to check on the daily basis. Is the retention policy is working fine or not? Is the retention policy is working fine or not? Deletion rule. Okay, there's one job run on daily basis in Commvault. They clean up the old data. Okay, performance. Tune backup jobs and infrastructure for the faster completion. Cost reduction. All are the completed one and one and one to each other. Okay, all are completed, correlated to each other. Optimize cloud storage tiers and reduce the overall backup expenses. You can think to change the storage class from standard to IA, Glacier. I'm just taking the example for S3 bucket. Okay, let's jump to the next slide. Yeah, this is a very important for you. Why I'm taking this one? Meeting and coordination. Team sync is very important. You need to discuss at least the very important things, important backup failures in your daily stand-up call. As a backup engineer, you have the responsibility to aware your team that we are seeing this backup failure. Is there any changes happen? Is there any changes happen in last night or not? Might be not aware of these changes. Got it? Schedule backups, plan and adjust the backup schedule based on the system workload. This is not for the, this is can be planned by one member, one individual, but this should be discussed within a team as well. That what's the system workload? Let's an example for the CPU utilization of one server. Let's an example of CPU utilization of one server environment. A1. You can discuss in your huddle. You can discuss your stand-up meeting that we are getting a CPU utilization for A1 server. What we can do? How we can handle this one? Can we analyze the system workload or the load on the CPU at the time? What's the schedule for all the backup jobs which is dedicated to that particular servers? That's why we need a team sync. Got it? I hope all the steps are easily I easily explained to you. Discuss any issues. Collaborate on resolving the complex backup and recovery problems as well. Okay. So go through all the slide. If you have any questions, please put in the chat, no comment box. I will definitely try to give you answers. The last thing is very important for you, that the essential skills. What the skills do you need to jump your career in backup as a backup engineer? Troubleshooting. This is my favorite. I love to troubleshoot any backup jobs. I love to troubleshoot why the CPU utilization spike at a one time for one server. Okay, there is a pattern. Let's an example 8 a.m. IST. It's become 90%. But after 5 minutes it's drop 60%. That means there's something happen on the A1 server now. Some backup jobs are more backup jobs are running on these servers at the same time for the 5 minutes. Diagnosis and resolving the complex backup and restore the issues. Cloud basic, generally you have the cloud basic knowledge to jump your career to start your career in as a backup engineer. Normally understanding the AWS, Azure, GCP for the backup storage. AWS Azure because any at the end we are dump our data in the storage now. Backup tools, proficiency with the Veeam. There's a multiple tools in environment, sorry, not environment in in IT world. So at least you have expert in one tool, Commvault or similar software. This is native backup. I'm just taking a AWS backup here as well. Okay, DR planning. At least you can give a L1 or L2 suggestion to your team that we can do in this way. Hmm. Implementing the disaster recovery strategy as well. Okay, I hope I explained in a very good manner. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please put in the comments. I will try to explain each and every. And in the next coming lecture, I am I will take one video for the error code. And if you want any other video, then please comment in the comment section. I will try to make it. Okay. Thanks for watching. Let's meet in another lecture. Another lecture.